hello self, because you're pretty sure that you won't be showing this to anyone else. Because this is just a rant. You're not going to upload this to YouTube. You're not going to show this to anyone else. Because you wanted to get some stuff off your chest, but you didn't want to do it like in a recording, which is like really awkward and you wouldn't like it. And you didn't want to just do a raw footage off your iPod because that would also be really awkward and you would hate it. So what are you going to do? You're going to make a video of it and you're going to edit it so it's nice and funny and fresh and better than it would be. So yeah, you're just gonna go on a rant in this video. Which brings me to my topic question. You know what sucks. And do you know what sucks? I'll tell you what sucks. What sucks is the bad decisions that you made in the past will always come back to haunt you. And no matter how much you desperately try to let them go, the people around you will not let them go. So what do? You're just forced with having it being shoved in your face again and again because these people just won't let you forget. And it's terrible. It really is. And I mean, just like you really want to let it go, but you can't because you got all these other people around you who just won't let it go. Example. So it was a while ago. I went to my best friend's homecoming at her school, St. Thomas More. And here's a little known fact. I used to date her brother, who is now my ex. And so when I told Rico this, he's all like, oh, so you're going to go to a dance with your ex-boyfriend. You know, that doesn't seem right. I need a prop. I'll be right back. Huh. Oh, so you're gonna go to a dance with your ex-boyfriend. And of course, I was just like, you know that I don't like Daniel anymore. And besides, I'm not going there because, you know, my ex-boyfriend's going to be there. I'm going there so I can hang out with Chris, my best friend. And I didn't know this at the time, but me going to that dance that, you know, Daniel just so happened to be at made him feel pretty bad. And I guess I just couldn't comprehend it because I know the way that I feel about Daniel. And it's like no emotions at all. So I just didn't think that Rico really had a reason to like feel terrible because, you know, nothing was gonna happen. It was just me trying to have fun with my best friend. And I thought, you know, that's okay. But here's what happened. I was invited to another dance by Christy, except it was a Valentine's Day dance. And it was also at her school. And I really wanted to go. And so I was just like, okay, Rico, so I'm going to this dance with Chris. So yeah. And so yeah, I really thought I was going to go to the dance. Actually, part of me wanted to go, and part of me just kind of wanted to do something with Rico. Because, you know, it's Valentine's Day. And, well, that's what you're supposed to do with your boyfriend. And so here's what happened. Right on this very day, on Valentine's Day 2014, I found out the dance is canceled because not enough people were going to show up. And so yeah, I was like pretty about that because I thought, oh, it's gonna be so much fun. But then part of me had this relief like, oh my god, thank you. Because now I could actually do something with Rico. And so what happens? On this very day, he calls me. And the call was originally for him to tell me not to call tonight because he's going to New Jersey, so there wouldn't really be much point. And so I was just like, oh man, that sucks that you're going to New Jersey. I was actually gonna ask if you wanted to come over Saturday. And he was all like, but don't you have that dance Saturday? And so I was all like, actually it got canceled because not enough people were gonna show up. And then he's all like, oh, so I guess that makes me your backup plan. And so I was just like, well, yeah, if you want to call it that. And then he's all like, oh, well, you know, Robin, I would really like to go, but turns out CR is actually having a dance. And Miranda asked me, and I said yes. And I just thought I should tell you, because, like, if somebody said, who's that girl you were dancing with at the dance? And so you wouldn't be all like, what? And plus, she also gave me a teddy bear that smells like chocolate. A teddy bear that smells like chocolate. You know what? I think it's about time for a food break. Oh. Sauerkraut and hot dogs. I know that it looks really gross, but it's actually not that bad. Some good stuff. Like, seriously. Okay, now that that's done, back to my rant. And so, I was just feeling really down because like nothing was going the way that I wanted it to. You know, I wasn't gonna be able to go to the dance and Rico wasn't going to be able to come over because he had to go to another dance with another girl. So my agenda was cleared for that weekend. But hey, at least it would have given me more time to read, am I right? And so I was just like, well, I hope you and Miranda have fun at that dance. And then a little while into the conversation, and then of course I'm just still feeling down, I was just like, man, that sucks. And then, all of a sudden, he's like, Robin, there is no dance on Saturday. Plot twist! And then of course, I'm all like, shut up, yes. Of course there's a dance on Saturday and you're gonna go with Miranda and you're gonna have fun! Because that's what I want. I want you to have fun. I really want you to have fun. And of course he's all like, Robin, I swear there's no Valentine's Day dance or nothing. I was just making it all up. Why would you do that, Rico? And then it goes on to explain. Well, you see, Robin, remember when you went to Christy's homecoming dance? I had told my friends about that because, you know, that actually made me feel pretty bad. Because since Christy's there, guess who else was there? Daniel! And he's your ex. And that just made me feel really bad. So I told that situation to my friends at lunch. And they had actually come up with some pretty cool suggestions about what I should do. And so I thought I would be softer on you and just, you know, tell you that. Just so you could see how I felt when you went to homecoming with Chris. This is really how you felt? Really terrible? And he was all like, yeah, I felt pretty terrible. And like I said, it was just really hard for me to comprehend, but at least now I understood how he felt. And it was actually really terrible. I mean, just like I would hope that Rico wouldn't do anything bad if there like was a Valentine's Day dance and he did go with Miranda. But now I realize that there's always that little thought in the back of your mind that's like, what if something bad does happen? And even though I've told him again and again, I do not like Daniel, there's always going to be that little thing in the back of your head. So, you know, there's that. At least I know how he felt. But the thing that really bothers me is that when he told his friends, we're just kind of, you know, totally seeing where he was coming from. Where at the time I couldn't see it at all. And of course they were all like, oh yeah, you're totally right. Like, you need to show her a lesson and all that jazz. But I don't know, it's just made me realize that no matter how much I want to let go and I want to forget about the mistakes that I've made, other people can't do that. They can't let it go. And so I guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up and stop treating like me and Daniel never happened because, well, we obviously did. Obviously, in his eyes, we really did. And it doesn't matter how much I want to try to forget it, it's not going away. So I guess, you know what, just leave out the I guess. I need to just suck it up. And I need to stop pretending. I need to start treating Daniel as if he is my ex. And I need to start being more considerate about how Rico feels. But like I said, I just couldn't comprehend it until now. And that brings me to the very grave conclusion of I hurt people. I mean, I hurt them a lot. I mean, just like sometimes I don't even need to do anything to hurt people. And you know what? I used to think, big deal if I, you know, make somebody feel bad. You know, I don't even like them. But now, I guess that it's a little bit too late for me to realize that I actually don't like hurting people. Especially those that I care about. Especially those that I care about. And even for somebody like Daniel, that I no longer have feelings for. I don't want to hurt him because, I don't know, I was just reading through some old text and I saw all the cruel words that I'd said to him. You know, I realized that maybe I wasn't the victim in that relationship. Maybe he really was the victim in that relationship. I was just being difficult. But do you want to know what really sucks? Is that no matter how hard you try to make somebody happy, you always end up hurting them. Even if it's unintentional, you just end up hurting them. Or maybe you know who I'm talking about. Nobody's gonna see this. You hurt people. And you don't even need to do anything. That's what really sucks. It sucks when you hurt people that you really care about and you don't even know it. You can't even comprehend it until you're put into that situation that they were in. And and I guess that's how it's always going to be. I am always going to hurt people. You know what? I feel, why does Rico even like me? Why does anybody even like me? Why do people care about me? I've cried so much, probably in the last 5 months, than I've cried in like 3 years. Because, I don't know, I just couldn't hold it in any longer. I just didn't want to hold my emotions in any longer because I felt like that never solved anything. But now that I'm actually just letting it out, I'm coming across as like a brat almost. Like, I can't deal with anything, like at all. And I think I'm gonna stop it with the crying. You know, I don't want to become a stone again, where it's just like no feelings whatsoever. Choosing not to feel at all, because that wasn't fun. But I feel like if I let my emotions out, that I'm just going to become somebody else's problem. And that's the last thing that I want. I don't want anyone. Is that bad that I don't want anyone to care about me? Because I don't want my problems to become their problems. I don't want them to have to worry about me. And I guarantee you that the only reason why Rico is staying in the relationship with me is because he knows I will feel absolutely terrible if he breaks up with me. That's the only reason. And he doesn't want me to feel terrible, which I don't know why. Maybe that's why I want people to just stop caring about me. I just want people to tell me how it is. Because I drew the conclusion that I should not be here. That honestly everybody else's lives would be much better without me. You know, I don't hate myself and I don't want to kill myself, but I feel like it would be the right thing to do. But I always knew I was too weak to do anything like that anyway. And besides, I know I've never really been keen on making the right choice. So, here's my conclusion. I will hurt the people I love. And I don't even have to do anything. I don't even have to try to hurt people, because apparently I can just do nothing, or I can just do something and not even realize it, and then it just ends up hurting somebody. And I don't want to, but I guess that we don't always get what we want. Now do we? I'm going to stop this rant right here. I think I've said all that needs to be said. So yeah. Goodbye.